Hi there, it's Monday, April 14th, and I want to talk about the worst idea I've heard today. And you can't always pick out the worst idea of the day because there's a lot of dumb ideas floating around. This is a really bad one. There's a piece in New York Magazine in the Intelligencer uh, section that's about David Zaslav and Warner Brothers Discovery and a lot of the problems that they're having trying to navigate the changing environment and just what the company's going to do moving forward. And I want to read this thing because I want to get it right. And this is so many levels wrong. Okay. And now as he and John Malone, David Zaslav, and John Malone look to trade their way out of the tight spots in the business, they may need Donald Trump. Warner Brothers Discovery confirmed the company representative recently reached out to the Trump orbit seeking advice on how the company might advantageously interact with the White House and improve its Trump age odor. I mean, that right there, that sentence, okay, well, we're not going to talk about that. Um, Odor. The reported message was to look at the example of Amazon and Jeff Bezos paying Melania Trump $40 million to participate in a documentary about herself. Don Jr. might like a hunting and fishing show on the Discovery Channel, they were told, and that CNN could have more pro-Trump voices. And oh yeah, they had some suggestions for that. This is this is beyond dumb, and not from the standpoint of you shouldn't deal with the Trump administration, but also just from the idea that you're not going to get anything out of it. It's funny, particularly media executives, they have this belief that they can business school their way out of anything, right? Is that people on the other side are generally rational people, and we get something, you get something, we kind of trade, we all come to something that we all can live with. That's not the case with the Trump administration. You look at how they're dealing with CBS and Paramount with that merger, right? I mean, Trump over the weekend was tweeting out more attacks on CNN, or excuse me, on CBS and 60 Minutes. I mean, he's not backing down at all, and doing whatever it is that they tell you to do that supposedly will help you out is not going to help you out. They're not going to approve a merger of Warner Brothers Discovery with whatever hapless company wants to merge with them because Don Jr. gets a hunting show. This is just something else for them to do. What they want isn't partners. They want people who are subservient to them, who are basically feel like they're owed something, right? They want to be able to control as many different people in many different sectors as they can. Giving them different voices on CNN, it is not going to make things any better, right? I mean, it's not going to bring in conservative voices. It's not going to make the Trump people any happier with CNN. Yeah, all it's going to do is give them an excuse to say, "Oh, see, now we finally got some voices of moderation on the network," and it'll be a bunch of other Scott Jennings yelling at other people on the network. I get it, right? I do. I honestly do get it. Whether you're a college university president or you're running a media company, this is a sucky time to be in business, right? Because dealing with the Trump administration, there's no good way of handling this, right? You can stand up to them and pretty much guarantee it's going to be a big public relations battle. You're likely to go to court. It's going to be a lot of aggravation. It's going to cost you some money. It's going to cost you some advertisers. On the other hand, you can, as they say, bend the knee and you won't get anything out of it. You might get a few months of respite while they go move on to somebody else. But the first time that you want something, the first time that you need something, they're going to ask you to fork over something in return. It's a very transactional administration. So the idea that David Sasloff and his Scooby Gang are reaching out, going, "Hey, you know what? What can we do to make things better?" You can't. That doesn't mean that you have to pick a fight with the Trump administration. You honestly, you're better off just ignoring him as much as possible. But you're not going to be able to come up with a way to give them something which will allow you to do what you want to do. That's just not the way it works. I mean, I think you can look at plenty of examples out in the world that this did not end well when companies try to do this. And I don't know how this is going to work out. It's just one piece. It doesn't, it's not really clear about what happened, what, if this is something they're seriously considering, but it's just a bad idea. I mean, it's bad for business. It's bad for the future of the company. And, it's not going to get you anything. Like I said, I get it. It's a crappy time to be alive in respects. I mean, if you're running a business and you're having to deal with the federal government, it sucks right now. But All you can do is be as strong as you can be, particularly a company like Warner Brothers Discovery. Yeah, they're on financial tough times right now a little bit, but they have the resources to fight if they need to. And that's really what they need to do is say, no, we're not going to give Don Jr. a Discovery show, right? Have you ever seen Don Jr.? I mean, he's not the most charismatic guy on camera that you've ever seen, right? He's no Josh Gates, let me put it that way. So they just need to stand up and do what's right for the company. And what's right for the company is not bowing down, not willingly giving up things because it's just going to take you down a road that's not going to make you very happy. Um, and I have a feeling I'm going to be talking about this kind of stuff a lot because apparently Hollywood's media executives are still living like it's 2004. They believe that there's some way that they can weasel their way out of this, and it's just not going to happen. And with that cheery note, I will see you soon. As always, thanks a lot for watching this and pass it around to whoever you think might be interested in it. And I will see you in the newsletter a little later today. Thanks.